Hare Krishna. Transformational teaching conveys not just intellectual meaning but also emotional meaning. Whenever we talk about communication, conveying some facts to others, there is something which is intellectually meaningful and there is something which is emotionally meaningful. So now intellectual meaning, it goes to the head but it doesn't touch the heart. Emotional meaning is what goes not just to the head but to the heart. So for example, if we say that 1 million people commit suicide every year, okay, this is a statistic which has some intellectual meaning. But if we make it emotionally meaningful, what does emotionally meaningful mean? It means that we translate that particular fact in a way that touches our lives. So for example, this fact, 1 million people commit suicide every year, this means that actually, we may see some crimes in our locality, we may hear about some terrorist attacks, we may hear about some murders and we feel alarmed by them. But more than the number of people who are being killed by terrorists, by wars, by violent crimes, more than that, all these three combined together is the number of people who are killing themselves. So this is a point. That means we could say from the probability perspective, the chance of we being killed by others is actually less than we killing ourselves. Now this makes that fact emotionally meaningful, because what does it, not just what does it mean, but what does it mean for me? So then suicide doesn't just seem to be like a remote distant problem in the Western world or whatever. See, it's a problem that pervades everyone, it matters to me also. So similarly, the Bhagavad-gita is a philosophy and its message is philosophical and it conveys intellectual meaning. If you understand the subtlety, okay, that actually there is a spiritual side to our life, God, Krishna is always in control, there are three modes of material nature. All these, if you analyze from the intellectual perspective, they bring a profound sense of meaning to our understanding of the world around us. At the same time, Krishna does not end only with meaning. Krishna, with meaning that is only intellectual. Krishna goes on to emotional meaning. That means, in 18.63, he states that iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya nagha. He says, sarva guhyat. In the next verse he says that in 18.64, sarva guhyatamam bhuyah shrunume paramam vachah ishtosi me drudamiti tato vakshami te hitam. So he's given the whole message of the Bhagavad-gita, and in 18.63 he puts the onus on Arjuna. Arjuna, now you deliberate and you decide what you want to do. So deliberate means he's telling you intellectually analyze. But in the 18.64 he states that actually, oh Arjuna, I'm speaking you the most confidential knowledge. Sarva guhyatamam bhuya shunume paramam vacha. This is topmost word. And then he says, why am I speaking this? Krishna, I'm not just like Krishna is not just like a professor giving some knowledge to some students for earning a salary. He says, ishto sime drudhamiti. I love you very much. You are firmly loved by me. Tato vakshami te hitam. And therefore, for your benefit, I am speaking these words. So Krishna very strongly says, you are very dear to me. You are dearly loved by me. In fact, drudha, the word drudha means determined. What it means is, Krishna is saying, I am determined to love you, no matter whatever happens. And thus Krishna conveys the point that, oh Arjuna, this message is not just abstract. It is about God's love for us, and God is wanting to elevate us from where we are towards Him. When we understand, the Bhagavad-gita becomes emotionally meaningful for us, then it becomes a riveting, transforming, uplifting call for action. And when we see the Bhagavad-gita as a call of love, then it calls up the love within us and inspires us to surrender to Krishna. So in this way, the Bhagavad-gita is not just intellectually meaningful, it is also emotionally meaningful. And when we are sharing the Bhagavad-gita, we too should convey not just the intellectual meaning but also the emotional meaning, and that will comprise transformational teaching. That will be the teaching that will be transformational. Thank you. Hare Krishna.